What's up, you guys? I wanted to talk to y'all. I don't know if y'all saw this article, but I was just going to my email, and I have Yahoo email as one of my emails, and this article came up. And one thing about it is they literally put information right in our face to let us know what's going on, what's to come. They put a lot of stuff in our face and we don't pay attention to it. I've been telling y'all for months, ever since I got on my spiritual journey last year, and y'all know I'm from Maryland, like DC, Maryland, they right there. And I knew that it was a reason God told me to move. Like, it wasn't just because of the situation with, oh dude, it wasn't just that. I know it was another deeper reason for why he allowed things to go down like that, to get me, push me away, to move far away, because he knew what it was going to take for me to just dip. And that's why he allowed that whole situation to happen. But once I got here and started reading the Bible, I'm like, oh, this, like, what? This is like my life. And I always tell y'all, like, I'm the people in the book. Like, this is how I know a lot of us are living lifestyles of people in the book. The Bible is law. Like, that has all the answers. That is all the answers, all the keys to the game of life. Like, all the keys to each door, that's in that book. Like, it's in that book. So I was telling y'all, I'm like, dang, it's about to be a war. And for what we are doing with backing Ukraine, Russia wants smoke with us too. So why? In my email, this thing, let me unhighlight it. How to survive nuclear war after a bomb is dropped. What to do, how to prepare. Why would y'all be putting this up here? Like, that's because y'all are, like, they low-key warning us what's going to happen. And I've been telling y'all since months ago, this is going to happen. This is a part of the whole apocalypse. This is a part of the whole book of Revelations. This is what it is. And Putin, he told them, y'all got to go look at my prophetic warning playlist. Like, this is that. Like, this is the whole fall of Babylon, all of this. Like, this is why it is so important in this season to move if God is telling you to move from a certain area, because what's getting ready to go down, this is going to be worse than 9/11. Understand that. And I did videos, I did a short. They've been preparing for this thing for the longest, and they're still preparing for it. It's going to get real. It's going to get real. I was in Baltimore when the Baltimore riot happened a couple years ago with that Freddie Gray situation, and people were looting the stores and all type of stuff. And when war goes on, like, people don't understand what we really dealing with, what's really going on between these wars with these countries. And Putin, he is not playing. He wants it back in blood, period. He wants it back in blood. So when I seen this article, I'm like, wow, like, they're literally tipping us off to let us know. This is why it's like, prepare. Y'all look at my prophetic warning playlist, all those videos. I've been telling y'all, prepare for what's to come. And it's so funny because I'm going to read this article to y'all. This video might get a little bit long, but I'm going to read this whole article because I've been saying with my kids within school, like, this article was talking about when this happens. Well, they were saying, like, if it was to happen, they try to downplay stuff. And one thing about it is the enemy, they put stuff right in your face. They don't want us going crazy, because if we start going crazy right now and trying to do all of this stuff, if everybody as a masses start going crazy right now, it's going to lead the world into panic mode like they did in COVID, going buying up everything ain't going to be there. But when this stuff happens, when they blow our mess up, because this is going to be worse than that. This is not a game. We're not going to be able, we don't know. You don't know if where you at, you're going to be able to go to the store. You don't know what you're going to be able to do. You need to stock up on water. You don't, like, it's really serious. And God has just keep on dropping it on me, dropping it on me, dropping it on me. And when I went at my email just now, when I saw this, I wasn't even going for that. I was going to look for something else. Like, and just the way God allows things to happen and makes, like, that he made me go to my email because I couldn't, get in something. So I'm like, let me go, yeah. But it's just, it's not a game. It's not a game. So, in this article, it was saying something about you wouldn't even have time. Like, if the nuclear missile gets striked, or they rocket it off, whatever they call it. Once he let that thing go from that submarine, from what was it called in the video I did? I forget what his submarine was called. I forget what his submarine, the name of the submarine was called. But I got a video about that on my prophetic warning playlist. And when that thing go off, that thing is going to do damage. They've been warning, they've been putting the information out there, but they got us so distracted. They got the people in the world distracted with so many other things. People don't understand what's going on in the world. And then when shit hit the fan, everybody's running around looking crazy. Oh my gosh, somebody come save us. Oh my gosh, God, what's going on? Oh God, oh God, oh God. The whole time, God is behind this whole ordeal because he is sick of what's going on in America. And these leaders, these presidents, they're stupid. They don't know what they're doing. And all they doing is really work. They on the dark side. They doing a lot of wild stuff. Because they are the kingdom of darkness. A lot of them. But, and this is why, that's who they're the ones who are responsible for all the wars, for history, all these top dogs. They are the ones that's been responsible for everything for all this time. But Putin warned him, if you back Ukraine in our war, it's like we got involved in their beef. We ain't had nothing to do with it. But I guess because of all these allies, then, I mean, we did have to back them up because from history, it's allies. It's about allies. Who on whose side? Who gonna fight with who? Like, because we need you, you need us, and it's us against them. And yeah, when it's war, when you at war with somebody, it's no limits. All bets is off. Especially when you feel like you at a disadvantage. You gonna do anything you can do to win. Ain't no rules in fighting. Ain't no rules. It's survive. It's yeah. Who gonna win? Like, I'm not gonna fight just to let you beat me. No, we gonna do this thing and we gonna period. But ain't no, it's no rules in fighting. It's no rules. Well, they technically have rules of war. They supposedly have rules of war, but Putin, like, cause he know. It ain't really, he like, all bets is off. Like, I don't care about these rules. No doing this, no doing that. It's about survival of the fittest. And it's the last man standing wins. And I'm going to get you down by any means necessary. And he want to take us down for what we have done to them. We really have been the ones providing Ukraine with all those weapons. I told y'all in them videos, we top dog in weapons. We top dog in systems. And this is why they're going to mess with our systems. This is why y'all got to get y'all money out of the banks and get it somewhere safe in there. Especially they got this whole new world order going on with the money, the collapse of the US dollar, the whole thing going on. They trying to really put their money in with the Chinese yuan, whatever their money is called. But it's really serious what they doing behind the scenes that nobody really understand, nobody really talking about. But it's going to affect us. It's going to affect us. And they spend so much time keeping us divided with BS that's going on, that they keep in the media, keep us divided, so that we paying attention to that, paying attention to stuff that really don't matter. So when shit hit the fan, we was never aware of what's really going on around us with the top leaders, with the stuff that they're doing, how it's really affecting us. So all I say is the information is out here. I've been saying this for a while. 11/11 confirmation right there. I already know. I don't even need it, because I already knew from day one. It had to be a deeper reason. I know I came to Texas on my spiritual journey, and a part of this was this. Like, I didn't even know I was meant to be this, I guess what you would call a prophet or something, that I can see and know what's getting ready to happen, because me and God is like this. I'm God's ambassador. Like, I'm really plugged in with God like this. So it's really a true relationship. And the things that he's just been revealing to me, it's like, wow. And you using me. Why me? Why do you want me to do this? Why you want me? But he not speak my mind. So I guess that's why. Put you on front line, sister. But anyways, y'all, I want to read the article. Because he's not, Putin ain't playing. They think this sweet. And I've been telling y'all in all them videos, like, and because I told y'all, like, I'm really in this thing. When I tell you I'm breaking down this Bible, I'm breaking this thing down and everything that's missing out of it. So when some stuff that God has revealed to me, he's led me, he's like literally leading me to the truth. And I'm here to tell the truth, because I'm the truth teller. And now I see why he chose me, because I'm always about raw. I'm real, I'm truthful. I don't care if your feelings get hurt or not. I'm gonna be real with it, because real is what matters. All that fake stuff, that's dead. That don't get you nowhere. Like, it's about truth. It's about the facts. It's about what's really going on. We've been sold so many lies, especially us as Black people. We've been sold so many lies. The whole world been sold lies. The whole world is still in like the third eye is not open. Let's just say that. Most people third eye is not open. That pineal gland is not open. And people really need to get their relationship with God so that he can open it for you, so that you can see what's really going on. Once you wake up, you sleep. A lot of us is sleep. That's why we walk around like zombies around every day, doing the same thing every day. Just sleepwalking. Third eye need to open up. Your third eye is here. Open it up. Do some research on that. And this is how you get it open. You have to get close to God. You have to get in isolation. You have to focus. But anyways, one thing about me, I get the preaching to y'all. I don't play. But let's read the article. So it says, in modern day war, the fear of nuclear bomb is real. If a nuclear attack were headed toward the U.S., residents will have fewer than 30 minutes to prepare. Fewer than 30 minutes to take cover. Actions immediately following a nuclear bomb blast amid fallout can help you survive. So they basically in this article, they're giving us tips on how to survive it. Like, they're telling us up front on what's to come and how to survive this mess. It says, as Russian forces take losses on the battlefield in Ukraine, fears are growing that Russian President Vladimir Putin, who has made repeated threats, could resort to nuclear force. U.S. leadership, among others, has warned of the risk of nuclear war and pushed for de-escalation. He ain't playing. Like, he's going to do it. And they're acting like he's going to do it. Some people, like, you got to understand people, like, because I know me. That's why I tell people, don't take my kindness for weakness, and don't ever put nothing past me, because the thing that you think I might not do, because you think I love you so much, you think we locked in like this, you think this, but you will make the wrong move, and because you think that we like this, that, oh, it's going to be okay, and you going to get cut, and you going to feel my wrath, and then you going to be mad. So some people really do stand on business, stand on what they say. I'm one of them people. And Putin, one of them people. He with the mafia. And some people really stand on business. When they say they're going to do something, that's what they're going to do. It's not a threat. It's a promise. You think it's a threat because it seems like so absurd and it's like so hostile. You think it's absurd, but it's not a threat. It's a promise. and the promise shall come to pass. And this is all part of God. God is using them to humble America. I've been telling y'all this. God is using Russia to humble America because we are so big-headed. We think we the best. We think no other country can compare to us. We think we got everything. We got all we need. We got the systems. And with the systems, we getting that money over here. We getting that money over here. We top dog with the weapons, but they top dog with the nuclear weapons. They have more nuclear weapons than us. That's why they like, okay, for one, we gonna hit y'all where it hurt, and that's why you save the best for last. You need to save all your energy up for the big challenge, because you already know it is definitely going to be a challenge. It ain't like Biden and them sweet, like they ain't got certain things in place, but you get your light work out of the way. You know, get this light work out of the way first. So they like, let's get Ukraine out the way. We so focused on Ukraine. We so focused on them. They don't even know. We're not even thinking that we're going to get hit. That's why, let me finish reading the article, y'all. Let me finish reading the article. Sorry. Let me take a sip of water because I'm thirsty. Get y'all some Fiji. Top tier water. Y'all, oh, I cannot wait to just like, but I don't want to say too much yet. Like, because I don't want to come with choppiness with this, and I want to be for sure, but just know the importance of water, the water we drinking, where it comes from, the water, where they're gonna come from to get in, how they know how to navigate their ways, you know. And this is some real deal, like, and I just can't believe I like know this stuff. It's like what I know is like, it's like a risk. It's like, but I don't care. I'm on assignment. I'm literally here on assignment. I'm not here for nothing other than my assignment, and that's why God is using me and revealing this stuff to me. But just know, they coming through the water. That's what that submarine coming through, and this is how they know how to get through. But let me finish reading, y'all. So it says, Putin said he would use all available means to defend Russian territory, and that his willingness to escalate is not a bluff. It's funny because it's like, oh, you a little savage. Oh, he's a thug. He's a thug. And y'all say, y'all know Trump a thug too. He with them. They all some savages like me. If it's savage for real, don't play with it. It's like, no. But nah, for real, like, I ain't scared to do nothing. But I don't want to go to jail like that. But at the end of the day, if God is for me, who could be against me? So if God tell me what's up, if God tell me I gotta, you know, make a move, I gotta make the move. And then, you know, we'll deal with that stuff later. Like, he got it. He got it. Because if I swing, he gonna follow up every single time. Every single time. He got me. But anyway, so it say, though U.S. officials say they have no evidence that Russia is moving any nuclear assets, President Joe Biden has raised the possibility of a nightmare scenario, an all-out nuclear war. That's what it's going to be. That's what it's going to be. It says some expert observers see Putin's rhetoric as an attempt to scare away Western support for Ukraine, while others take it as a significant increase in the risk of nuclear attacks. One historian called this moment more threatening than the Cuban Missile Crisis. I don't know much about my history, like I told y'all, so I don't know much about the Cuban Missile Crisis, but obviously they was letting them things go. They was letting them things go. And it's a part in here. So it's much more. I'm going to keep reading. I'm going to put the link in the description for the article. I'm going to put the link in the description so y'all can go see it for yourself. But I know they was talking about if it was to hit like New York City and Washington. So mind you, and you know, Washington, D.C. is where the president is. And mind you, that's where I'm from. So it's like, that's what I said. It was a deeper reason why he moved me. And why I relate to Joseph, like, they pushed me away, you know, they pushed me away and, you know, did all of this stuff and treated me, but something's going to happen up there. I know for a fact they going to get DC. Something's going to happen. And my mom, they live, and even Baltimore, like, they're all on the coast. They're on the route. They on the route. So anything, if they go attack, if they like put the hit out on DC, it's going to affect, we're going to read here, but it's going to affect the people from, that's within certain minutes from the coast. And I'm from Fort Washington. That's where my mom lives. And that's, you know, where I grew up pretty much. So it's like, that's on the coast. If you read the Bible, like really read it, I've been telling y'all the importance of the water, the rivers, the importance of this stuff. This is how they get through. This is where the ports are, the importance of the coast, the importance of being up on that water, because that's where the resources come from. This is where our drinking water and stuff, this is where this stuff come from. So it says, if your city was under attack, you'd likely receive a wireless emergency alert, WEA, text on your cell phone stating that missiles were on the way and to seek shelter immediately. Like, they're literally warning us. They're literally telling us what to expect. And when we see that, don't ignore it. And it's so funny because I've been thinking about that lately. Like, I'm ready for the school year to hurry up, and I don't know when this is going to happen. We won't know. Only God knows. And this is why God is moving certain things. He's moving us around. This is why he's putting on my heart to really homeschool my daughter. She don't really want to get homeschooled. And she likes going to school. And I kind of like her going to school, even though I know that they teach BS in the school because they teaching nothing but lies. But I know she likes the, you know, the camaraderie of being at school and with the people. Like, she likes it. She likes it, you know. But it's something telling me, like, take my kids, keep them home, like, keep them home. Because I worry. That's one of my things that I say. I'm like, if something happens, how am I gonna get, like, I even think about that because of, like, the school shootings and stuff that be happening. You know, she around majority of them folk, and they the ones who do that shooting up the school stuff. So because she go to a majority of that school, I be like, if that happens, you know, because one thing about it, I never live as if something can't be me. If I can't be them same parents that be on the news when the stuff happening at their kids' school, you'll never think it's you until it's you. And one thing about me is I don't put nothing past nothing about happening to me. As many things as I've been through, thought it never could be me, and it was me. And I know so many other things that could be me. This is why, you know, I don't count myself out of certain things happening to me. Of course, I don't wish it on me, and I, you know, pray that don't happen. But you never know. God has the final say. But it's really, God really put on my heart to keep my kids with me, because I would be devastated, y'all. Like, I would be devastated if I couldn't get in my. I know already now I would probably black out. I'm going at whoever. He gonna have to Cleo me how they did on Set It Off and shot Cleo up because she was going hard on them. That's what they go. The Lord, whoever, they gonna have to do that to me because I'm about my kids. What? I'm coming for them. Like, you can't tell me to stand back. I'm bulldozing you over. That's why I got these big shoulders for. I'm bulldozing you over to get to mine. Period. All bull activity. All bull activity. But this is serious. They really literally warning us. Like, literally warning us. It's just so much, you guys. This stuff is like, I feel like I'm in the Federal Bureau of Investigation. I feel like they gonna be trying to hire me soon, and I'm not about to work with them. It's like, no, stop. Because this is all biblical. Even in the Bible, the presidents will go to the prophets and to the tarot card readers and to them to find out information. Like, I'm like Daniel with it. I ain't got nothing for you. Did Daniel help them out when they came to him? Because a lot of them was Anyway, let me finish reading, y'all. Sorry, I get long-winded. But it says the emergency alert system would also send out the same alert message as the WEA across all types of television and radio broadcasts, including satellite, cable, and wireless systems. On top of that, the president may choose to send out a presidential alert to cell phones nationwide. It says Russia's nuclear arsenal is capable of striking just about anywhere on the planet. That thing powerful. It says, were Russia to launch a nuclear-armed intercontinental ballistic missile at the U.S., residents would have roughly 30 minutes or less to find shelter, assuming they were immediately warned of the attack. Some weapons, such as submarine-launched missiles, could potentially have shorter delivery times. That's the one. They're literally warning us, like, this stuff is going to happen. It's going to happen. They know this. They got us in this stuff. And it's every man for themselves at the end of the day. This is why it's so important to stay ready so you don't got to get ready. You're not supposed to live in a state of fear. And it's not living in a state of fear. It's literally being prepared. Especially if you have a family, you have kids. Like, it's like, for me, history has taught me stuff, and I ain't even lived through all the history, but the stuff that I'm discovering about history and the fact that I know that history repeats, and I see with the patterns, even in the Bible, history repeats. A lot of them would do the same. It's like the same stories, different characters. Like, history just has been repeating. Even us, we're repeating the same things of the Bible because we don't know how to break curses. We don't know how to stop the stuff from happening again because we're working with the enemy and we going against God. And this is why he keep allowing the same cycles to happen until you eventually learn. The same stuff keep happening until you learn a lesson and make a different move. You can't keep doing the same thing expecting a different result. But this is, and they know what's going to happen. And I was saying that this is why I know I'm gonna have to keep my babies at home because one thing about it, that's one of my fears. Like, and was thinking about that. I'm like, what if I can't get to my kids in time? Like, if all the parents are rushing at the same time, and mind you, she down the street, up the street, like, I don't like that. But school year gonna be over next month, so hopefully nothing pop off before next month. And no, I don't even know if she about to be able to go to DC or Baltimore for the summer. Cause baby, I need my baby with me when something pop off. I don't want her there with you. And that's where stuff gonna get hectic at. So, but I already know God got me. He gonna make sure my daughter back with me in the safe zone because that's why he moved me. He moved me to the safe zone. But that's also why he moved me again from Houston because I used to live in Houston first. He moved me from Houston because honestly, I don't even want to say it right now, but because down at the coast down there, Houston is on the coast of the Gulf, and I told y'all in that video, I remember telling y'all in that video that I did that prophetic morning video about that missile, and I told y'all the video that the guy did when this hurricane or something came through, the hurricane that came through, and it dried up the Gulf. All the water was gone in the Gulf, and that was the time that the submarine came. I don't know if that already happened. Well, I don't know if the submarine really came, of course, but this is just what I'm feeling because I read that in the Bible. Like, it tells this stuff in the Bible. It's like they get the stuff that they do here, like the leaders, they get direction from the Bible. I have a book over here, 100 Bible verses that made America. And just off of me reading the Bible and God revealing so much to me, they do get this stuff from the Bible. even everything, like the fact that the Bible covers so much stuff and people really be sleeping on reading it. You don't need to, if you don't read no other book in life, you need to read the Bible front to back and with understanding, and really read the Old Testament. I notice a lot of preachers and stuff preach New Testament, but the meat is in the Old Testament. The keys is in the Old Testament. It's some stuff in the New Testament too, but even the Old Testament is thicker and longer than the New Testament. A lot of New Testament is a lot of revisions and stuff. But the Old Testament, all the prophecies and all of the stuff, all of that was done in the Old Testament. All Jeremiah, Isaiah, Daniel, all of them who didn't see the visions about what was to come, all that is Old Testament. Like, it talks about everything, even with down to IRS, the tax collector. Like, and it's even with that, I guarantee you, and I'm gonna read it. I'm working on so much within studying this stuff, but I guarantee you it's something in there about the key, because this life is a game. This thing is a game, and if you want to know how to beat each level in any video game, you really got to think about video games. It's a game. You got to beat one level, find a key, find whatever whatever you got to do for that level to beat the level, to get to the next one, to get to the next one, until you finally beat the game. And a lot of the keys and tools that we need to get out of certain stages of our lives, to get to the next stage that we want to get to, we need to know certain information. And some of that information you can't get from nowhere other than God. And he will lead you to the book that has the answers. It's like, that's the answer key. Like, that's the answer key. But it said, yeah, it can have potential shorter delivery times. That submarine, that's what they get ready to use. We already, them videos, y'all gotta watch them videos. All these articles and stuff that I've been reading over this duration of time. I mean, it doesn't stop. Like, it doesn't stop. God just keep on boom, boom, boom. So it says, in theory, you could park a submarine closer to North America, thereby lessening the warning and flight time. Said Brian J. Mora, a former Air Force intelligence officer, a retired senior executive in the aerospace and defense industry, and author. That's what I'm saying. He know. He would know. He would know. He was an Air Force intelligence officer and a retired senior executive in the aerospace and defense industry. He would know. So, because it says if you could park the summer, so they trying to get it closer to North America. That way, you don't have much time to warn the people. This video getting long, y'all, and there's a lot more to read. But let's finish reading. If Russia launched a weapon from international waters just off the East Coast, people in cities like New York, Boston, and Washington, D.C. might have just 10 to 15 minutes to prepare. 10 to 15 minutes. First, depending on where you work at, you got to get to you got to pick up. You don't know what day of the week it's going to happen on. You don't know what it's going to be. If you got to leave there, get to your kids, all I think about is 9/11 and how so many people, like, I remember, I was left at school. I caught the bus home from school today. My mom ain't picked me up that day. But just to think of how many parents was panicking, rushing from this side of town to get over here to get their kid from school because of this alert that went off and all of this. That's why it is very important in this season and the seasons to come. And in this season period, it's important to do what God is telling you to do. Move wherever he's telling you to move. If he putting it on your heart one day that you don't need to go to work today, don't worry about the money. Don't worry about your boss. Don't worry about them bills. Don't worry about none of that. Your health, like, one thing my spiritual journey has taught me is that I can lose it all. I don't care about all of this stuff. As long as I have my health, my kids have their health, and we have each other, that's really all that matters. We done lost it all, but what has remained was the love between us. No matter what's going on, no matter our situation, the love between us is what remains, our togetherness. I don't know how I would live if something just happened to one of my kids. It's like when one go, we all gotta go. It's like we three peas in a pod. I can't live life without my kids, like, and they can't live life without me. They need me. It will never be another me. Period. And that's not even no cocky stuff. I just know they love their mom, like all kids love their mom. Well, not all kids, but I know nobody gonna do my kids how I'm gonna do them. Like, nobody will ever do your kids how you gonna do them. And that's why I just be, if God is gonna put it on your heart those days, keep boo boo home from school. He might even make them get sick. Just like, this is why it's important. Sometimes stuff that we think is a negative, stuff that we think is meant to is an inconvenience, sometimes it's a blessing in disguise. Remember that rejection is God's protection, and I live by that. Like, I live by that. If I get rejected from something, sometimes, of course, yeah, I might have wanted it, but God know what's in the future. God know the real. So it's like, I'm not going to get mad about getting rejected from that, because obviously it wasn't for me. What's meant for me will always be for me. And he know. He might have something better. He does have something better. And he know what he doing. I say that all the time. Like, if my kids, if it's a reason, if he will use your children the way he has used my 6-year-old during this journey to even her prophesy to me. And sometimes I'm just like, I know that was nobody but God working through my child. Like, I'm like, dang, that was nothing but God working through you. You know, God will use anybody. You cannot count these children out. You cannot count nobody out, especially in this season. Don't count nobody out. Listen, have your ears open, your eyes open. Clean them ears out. Get that wax out them ears, because in this season, it is so important to be on your P's and Q's and listen, and don't think that you older or better or richer or whatever more than another person, that you can't listen to the advice that they got to give you because you feel like they're inferior to you. No. My daughter has helped me so much. And it's like, that's why I listen to what this girl say. Like, because God be using her sometimes. Oftentimes. Like, it just, he used anybody. Even yesterday. That's going to be a whole nother story, because I need to finish reading this. This video 40 minutes long. It's probably going to end up getting long, but I don't think we have that much more to go. But it says, like I said, it said that you only have 10 to 15 minutes to prepare. Imagine getting a warning that a missile's getting ready to strike your area, and you got 10 to 15 minutes to prepare. Imagine being downtown like they was on 9/11 in certain buildings. It might, and you on the 30th floor, it might take you dang on 3 minutes, 4 minutes just to get downstairs, get to your car, then to get away from the city. This is why, they're going to attack cities. They're going to attack where the meat is. They're going to attack where the cities are, because the cities is where a lot of the revenue come from. It's where a lot of the business gets handled at. The cities is close to the rivers. This is why when they park in the water, they're going to be already near the cities. All the cities is around the water on the coast. All major cities. All major cities is near the water. They're near the coast. They're near the ports. This is why ports is along the coastlines. This is why, you know, and like I told you, I studied our map. Our map has so much information in it. So much information. And this is why they set up defense. Our own defense is set up in certain places around the border to prevent the people from getting in, for one, and to keep watch, because they can come through the water. And the fact that, see, it's saying, let's just read this right quick, because it say, if they live in those cities, New York, Boston, Washington, D.C., you might just have 10 to 15 minutes to prepare. You wouldn't even have time to go get your kids from school. But sometimes, because of how shady this thing is, we might not even get no warning. This is why it's important to listen, because they are for themselves. We see. If you don't see how the top dogs of America is for themselves, they don't really care about the bottom folk. If you don't see that, the baby, you might need to book a session so we could work on stimulating your brain, opening your eyes and see what's going on, so you can see what's going on in the world around you, because this stuff affects us. And then we all sit around complaining on social media, complaining why this is that way. But a lot of us conform, the whole world, we conform to a lot of this stuff. And if we wasn't just some easy yes men to what a lot of the stuff that these government officials do, if we wasn't just some yes men, they wouldn't even be allowed to do all of this stuff. But because I'm with the Getting Back in Blood team, shoot, this is biblical. You had to fight. Like, what? God used to have them Israelites on missions. He told them to smite them all. Kill them dead. That's what he told them to do. Take over their land. Like, he told them to do that. That's what I said, God, you tell me what you want me to do. I'm about it. As long as you backing me up, and I already know you backing me up. You ain't never let me down thus far. And we didn't put in some work. That's why I'm undefeated to this day, because God be backing me. Every fight that I ever had to fight, whether it was a spiritual fight or real, any battle I had to fight, God was backing me. God's still backing me. They still backing me. But it says, Revner said the best way to learn of an impending nuclear attack would probably be TV or radio. Those without immediate access to news reports could hear sirens, he said, but the noise might be confusing. By the time you Googled the sirens or called the police department, your time would have run out, he said. The best course of action is simply to avert your eyes when a nuclear bomb strikes. It sets off a flash of light and a giant orange fireball, a 1 megaton bomb, about 80 times larger than the little boy atomic bomb dropped in Hiroshima, Japan, could temporarily blind people up to 13 miles away on a clear day and up to 53 miles away on a clear night. They're going to hit us where it hurt. We're not going to have no resources. We think we big dog. They're about to mess with our stuff. A single nuclear weapon could result in tens of thousands, if not hundreds of thousands, of immediate deaths in a major city like New York or Washington. The number of casualties depend on the size of the weapon, where it is detonated. But in a disaster scenario, there may not be enough physicians or hospital beds to care for everyone. It's not. That's why I say it's every man for themselves. This is why prepare, get Band-Aids, and like have a little cool little first aid kit. Have you some water. Have you a little stockpile, a good stockpile, especially depending on the size of your family, that you can eat. If something happens and we out of in the stores, because look, if y'all see what they're doing to Ukraine, they done destroyed their bridges. They done destroyed a lot of their land, like, and if they come and do that to us, it's going to take time to restore that stuff. It's going to take time to get the roads back in order. It's going to take time to get the systems back on. Like, when you go in certain stores, if any stores are open and they do have anything left and you have to pay for it, it's going to be a lot of looting, because it's survival mode. When you're in survival mode, you know, like, most times ain't no integrity when it comes to certain things, because it's like, I got to eat. My kids got to eat. Forget even me eating. My kids got to eat. And when my kids gotta eat, I'm gonna do anything to make sure my kids eat. My kids will never go hungry. So it's like, I seen how it was with that looting situation in Baltimore when that riot happened. They was going crazy. But then when stuff like that happens, it takes the stores a while to recover, a while for them to get trucks in again. Look at what happened on COVID. It took a while for them to recover, to get the stocks fully shelved, the shelves fully stocked. It's so interesting to go in the stores now and everything is there, but it was a point in time during my own lifetime where I had never seen this before, never heard of nothing like that happening before, to go in the store and see the shelves cleared like that, freezers empty, shelves done, limit of 2 cans. What? This is why stock up on that stuff now while it's readily available before waiting to the last minute. Like right now, spending money on BS, that ain't what you need to worry about, because you don't know what's going to happen. This wrath of God that's coming in on America is all a part of God's plan. It's a part of God's plan. This is why it's important to repent, build your relationship with God, do what he's telling you to do, be very obedient in this season. Be very obedient in this season, because he's trying to set you up to get you out the way, so that when he comes to get what he's trying to get, and we already know a lot of these cities off the chain. A lot of these cities is off the chain on the behaviors and stuff that's going on in cities, and God is not, he is not happy at all with what's going on in America. All of the stuff, all the agendas, all the wickedness. It's a bunch of stuff going on. And these cities, we already know these cities is the modern day Sodom and Gomorrah. Everything they promote. God is not playing. And yes, he promised he would never flood the land again, but he didn't promise that he wouldn't come in and take it out in other ways. So he gonna let them light this place up, because we think we too good. And that's why I'm like, because that submarine can cause a huge tsunami. Y'all gotta go watch my other video when I was talking about that, and I was reading an article what they were saying about that. That submarine can cause damage in so many ways. Not only can it shoot off the missiles, it can cause major tsunamis. So it's just giving more tips, and I ain't about to read all that because we already is at an hour long, you guys. But definitely check out this article in the description. I'm gonna put it in the description for y'all, so y'all can see and read it for yourself. This is a pure warning. This is a warning, and from here on out, it is very important to communicate with God every day. Talk to God every day. Build your relationship. Get close to him. Seek him diligently. So that way, you know, listen, when he's guiding you and telling you what to do for these coming months and years, and whenever it pop off, that you be on your P's and Q's and you know what's going on. It was funny because I posted a post the other day about seeing what day of revelations we on today. It was cute. It was a funny little meme. I posted it, and it's true, because that revelations is playing out right before our eyes, and a lot of us sleep what's really going on. But baby, stay ready so you don't gotta get ready, because it's survival of the fittest out here, and it's better to be prepared and not need it than to need it and not have it, and now you and your family going without. So listen to God in this season. Listen to your intuition. God gifted us all with this intuition for a reason. Learn to listen to it, because during these days and weeks and years that's headed towards us, you're going to need to really be able to hear God directing you to tell you how to get you to safety. How to get you to safety. So I'll see you guys in the next video. I know this video was long, but it was well needed, and yeah, hopefully y'all stay and listen to the end, because this is life or death, and this ain't no joke. It's no funny. So see y'all in the next video. Stay blessed. God bless y'all. Deuces.